This is the story of the greatest act of love in history. This is the story of Jesus dying for our sins. The story begins with Jesus having supper with his disciples. And as they were eating, Jesus took bread, and after blessing it, broke it, and gave it to them and said,
"Take, this is my body."
And he took a cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, and they all drank of it. And he said to them,
"This is the blood of the covenant, which is poured out for the sins of many."
And after the supper, they went to a place called Gethsemane, and Jesus said to his disciples,
"Sit here while I pray."
So Jesus went away from his disciples and fell to the ground and prayed,
"Abba, Father, all things are possible for you. Remove this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will."
And the response that God gave was resounding silence. And when Jesus came back to his disciples, he was betrayed by one of them, a man named Judas, who signaled guards to seize him with a kiss. At this instant, one of the disciples drew his sword and cut one of the guards' ear off. And Jesus immediately stopped his disciple, saying,
"And those who live by the sword shall die by the sword."
So Jesus was seized and taken to Pilate. He did not find any fault in Jesus, but due to the strong accusations of the Pharisees,
"Crucify him! Crucify him!"
Pilate washed his hands and claimed no involvement in the crucifixion of Jesus. Jesus was then led away by the soldiers. They clothed him in a cloak, and twisting together a crown of thorns, they put it on him, and they began to salute him.
"Hail, King of Jews!" Ha 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 ha!
And they were striking him with a reed,
Ah! Ah!
and spitting on him.
Quick!
And after that, Jesus was led out to be crucified. He carried his cross and was nailed to it with two other convicts. He endured humiliation and excruciating pain.
Ah!
He cried,
"Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do."
Jesus died and was taken to a tomb to be buried. And when the Sabbath was past, two women by the name of Mary came to his tomb bearing spices to anoint him. And when they arrived, they discovered that his tomb was empty. Jesus resurrected and appeared to his disciples, saying,
"Go into the world and proclaim the gospel to the whole creation. Whoever believes will be saved."